I was really keen to talk about your salesmanship, Gerry. How did you first get into door-to-door sales?
Well, I was at university doing a commerce degree, and I hated it. I hate accountancy, I hate economics, and I hate being behind a desk. All I wanted to ever do was be a farmer. So, but I couldn't make any money, and I didn't have any money, and I'm broke, and so I've got to do something with myself. So here I am at university figuring out what I'm going to do, and hating it. So I saw an ad one day, make 30 quid a week. In those days, 30 quid a week was a lot of money because the average wage was about 8. So, and I was working part-time, making about 5. And so I went and had a look at what this was all about, and it's door-to-door selling vacuum cleaners. See you later. I'm not interested in that. So, but somehow or other, I must have stayed for the interview, and I thought about it, and I thought, oh, well, I'll give it a go. And I tried for a week, and it was an absolute disaster. And I'd never done any selling anyway. So, but then I saw other guys around the place. There were a few of them there. And they were making a lot of money. And I thought, they're making a lot of money. I can't do this. I don't want to do it. I hate it. But there's a lot of money there. And they can do it. Why can't I? So I really tried hard against all my better judgment, everything. And selling door to door was like, that had never entered my head. That's about as low as you can get. That's carting lavatory cans around, you know. So, but I did work at it, and I watched what they did, and I went and sold with them and watched them all the time. And then about 6 months later, it took me that long, I cracked it. Right? And then I started to sell, and I thought, wow. And, you know, I broke every record they ever had then. And so I could sell up to 30 vacuum cleaners in a week and make 10 quid each. So I was making 300 quid a week. And 300 quid when the average wage was 8 was pretty bloody good. It'd be like making $20,000 or $30,000 a week now. So, so it all came to me fairly quick, no, not quickly, very slowly. And then, but it was like a torrent when it did. And I thought, wow, but I hated it. I just hated it. But I'd figured out how to sell more than the other guys by, I'd have some people going out knocking doors for me, and then, because you'd knock on 100 doors to get into one, you knock on 300 doors to get into 3, and you make 1 sale in 3. So you're 300 doors, 1 sale. Maybe you can get 1.5 sale in 300, depending on where you are. But I'd have you and you knocking on doors, and then I'd only be paying you 8 quid a week. But if I paid you 8 and I can make 40 out of you, I was 32 up.
So you outsourced to door knockers?
Yeah. So, so I started to use my head. I was only 18 or 19, but still, you know, still got a few brains. And so then I started to sell TV after. That was much easier because you were getting leads, and you just put the TV in your I had a ranch wagon, and put it in there, and out you'd go to the people and sell the TV. This was wonderful. It was off leads. I never had to knock on a door, and I was making nearly the same money. And then I sold billiard tables into the pubs. I started to do a bit of that. I'd put a big snooker table in the back of a big truck I had, and I'd go to the country towns, and you pull up, go to the pub, and talk to the bloke who owned the pub. And you'd say, you know, I got a pool table in the back here. You haven't got one in your pub. I'll put it in. I'll show them all how to play pool, and you'll make a bit of money every week, and so will I. And you'll get people wanting to play pool. So I was selling the first pool tables in the country. So it was good. I'd set the table up. The publican's happy to let me put it in there, and I'd get all the people around there. Anyone want to play pool? Yeah, sure. And so, you know, show them how to play. A lot of them know anyway. And it was 2 bob in, and in a slot, and the balls come out, and you just play for a bit of money. They all put in a little bit each, or sometimes you don't, doesn't matter. And at the end of a week, you say to the publican, what do you think? He says, leave it here, mate. So they were the first pool tables. Now, we kept the pool table in those days and gave the publican 25% of the take. So the publican's very happy. He's got 25% of the take. We've got 75%. We're even happier. So we paid for the pool table in no time at all, and then it's all cop. So get as many of these things out there in pubs as you can. This is 1958 or 9 or something. So that was very good. But then after a while, competition. So then you had to give the publican 50% instead of 25, and then 75. Then the publican gets a bit smart. I can buy the table. So he buys the table and gets 100%. Business is falling to pieces. It was a good first up. But now you're going to sell a table and make a little bit of money, and then you never see it again. The publican's now got it. He's taken over. So, then I sold real estate for a while, and so by the time I was 21, I was selling real estate, and there was a guy real estate was very slow. It was 1960, and at this stage I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good salesman, and I learned every trick in the book because I've worked with all the smartest salesmen in town, and every little trick they've ever learned I've picked up of them.
So would you say you had a book of tricks as opposed to sort of certain qualities that were making you sell better? I mean, we know you outsourced, but...
No. Qualities and tricks.
Yeah.
Everything. The whole shooting match.